watching the Fox Files on Fox 2 News. Coverage you can count on.
Chances are you have them in your home. But one local woman says window blinds are a silent killer of children. For the first time, she shares the painful story of her daughter's death with Contact 2's Jill Farmer.
I had my pull cords tied up. I had the crib away from the pull cord. So I did all the preventative measures that I was aware of.
Last May, mother of 3, Linda Kaiser, put her twins, baby Seth and his sister Cheyenne, to bed in their Valley Park home. 2 hours later, Linda's world collapsed.
I knew when I walked in the room she was gone with the position she was in.
Linda and Matt Kaiser's daughter, just days from her first birthday, was strangled by a mini blind cord.
This is actually how my daughter died.
It was the inner cord that caused Cheyenne's premature death.
Last year, my daughter died along with 6 others by inner cord strangulation. It takes 4 minutes for a child to die by strangulation.
It's not just the inner cord that kills. In New York, a 2-year-old boy was found with his head caught in one of the loops formed above the plastic cord stop. In Pennsylvania, a 4-year-old girl was standing on a cardboard box and became entangled in a vertical blind cord when the box collapsed under her weight. The victim was hung. After her daughter's death, Linda decided to turn her sorrow into a mission to help others.
You know, people just might say, oh, that just would never happen, but it can happen.
She's become an expert on deaths caused by corded window treatments and started a website to educate parents. Her message is simple.
Corded window treatments should not be in homes if you have small children.
At all.
At all.
I have 2 young children, so Linda volunteered to check the blinds in my home. I thought these breakaway blind cords were safe.
This doesn't form the noose.
Right.
It'll break free,
right.
which is a good thing.
Right,
but then
they'll,
we do have,
yeah, this problem.
And this kills lots of kids every year.
Oh, yes. Okay, the oldest child to die was 12. However, the most common is 6 years old and under.
And there's another problem with these blinds. While they have the breakaway mechanism, Linda showed me that won't always protect children. The pieces can become intertwined, making it nearly impossible for a child to break free. And once the blinds are raised, this dangling cord is easily within reach of a toddler or baby crawling on the floor. Linda also proved the new blinds in my kitchen could be hazardous.
The warning sticker says that these individual tassel cords reduce the strangulation hazard in the pull cord. By removing the loop, however, the tassels get tangled together and form, this is three tassels, so you've got 2 loops now.
We still have the same kind of loop that could become a noose around a baby's or child's head.
Exactly.
Even though these are supposed to be the safe ones.
Exactly.
These little plastic donuts are designed to reduce the risk of inner cord strangulation by keeping the cord tight enough that it can't form a big loop. But they don't always work. In my children's bedroom, Linda found more trouble.
This bench right here that you've got here is a problem because they can stand on it and reach the cord here. This cord can be wrapped around their neck, or they're also tangled together, and there are loops.
In the U.S., a child dies every 2 weeks because of a corded window treatment. Many products say they're child safe, but Linda says don't be fooled. This blind does not have an inner cord, but it too could be deadly.
Right here is your loop all over again. And this was bought yesterday at a home improvement store.
Some blinds in the U.S. have been recalled, but that doesn't mean your kids are safe.
There's been two recalls, and the recalls have failed to reduce the number of deaths per year.
Linda believes the only safe window coverings are curtains.
It's a terrible hidden hazard that even the best parent would never think of.
Thanks to Linda's visit, I plan to replace the dangerous blinds in my home. Go to our website, fox2ktvi.com, for a link to Linda's site. It'll show you the 5 ways a child can die in a window blind. For Contact 2, I'm Jill Farmer.
valuable information, Jill.
It's one of the most common household products in your home, probably, but children have been dying around them for decades.
Nothing seems to slow it down, not parent supervision or government intervention. And tonight we want to warn you, some of the video you're about to see is very disturbing. The 5i team's Chris Hayes shows you this blind danger that's everywhere and not getting much safer.
You go to great lengths to protect your children, keeping them out of harm's way in your home.
911 emergency.
But something you might not think of could kill your child.
She was in bed, checked her, went back in there because we heard her at the door, my youngest daughter at the door, and I saw my daughter hanging there by her neck.
3-year-old Brooke Lynn Bauerlein was supposed to be sleeping, but police think she may have climbed to peek out a window so she could see people gathering for the lunar eclipse.
She was my first child. She meant the world to me. She was my heart and my soul.
This is a home video about to catch a kid nearly strangling.
Hey, Kelsey.
This family is spending time together in one room.
Sharon.
Right behind Mom, who's using the camera. Her 3-year-old son is choking. You can't hear it.
Can you feed the other baby some cereal?
You wouldn't think anything is wrong, but you're about to see it. The mother drops the camera and calls 911. Dad performs CPR, and 50 seconds later, relief. This kid survived. The Consumer Product Safety Commission reports more than 300 kids died in mini blinds in the 1990s. At least 9 kids strangled this year alone. Few people seem to be getting the message. The 5i team checked random apartments in the same complex. Brooke Bauerlein died just this May. In several units, we found old, now recalled blinds, old looped pull cords. This one right next to a toddler in her room. We immediately hooked the cord out of reach and notified apartment management. No one has returned our calls.
Kids can strangle themselves in many ways with these blinds. They'll often pull out an inner cord, which forms a loop. Newer blinds should have 2 tassels instead of a loop, but they can still easily tangle to form a loop.
That's how the parents of this child, caught on videotape, said their 3-year-old got caught up and nearly strangled.
So it was a safe, what the industry would consider safe, window blind that her child was being injured on.
Linda Kaiser began an organization called Parents for Window Blind Safety after her daughter strangled in an inner cord.
Both of the recalls have failed to reduce the number of deaths. The industry knows. They know.
Let's take the most recent recall. According to the CPSC, window blinds sold since November 2000 have attachments on the pull cords so that the inner cords can't form a loop if pulled by a young child. The 5i team found that's not true. We found recalled window blinds at a local Walmart. Some had the updated cord stop attachments, which prevent a child from pulling out a loop. Others did not. Linda Kaiser says recalled blinds are everywhere.
I bought these blinds yesterday, and none of these blinds have inner cord stoppers on them, which means for 3 years, old defective window treatments have been sold, and consumers have no idea that these window treatments are unsafe.
Mike Bauerlein worries about renters who don't even have the chance to shop for a safer product because their apartments have chosen for them.
This was a skull and crossbones that was already in an apartment that I leased, and there was nothing I could do about it.
The 5i team notified the Consumer Product Safety Commission about our purchase. It is investigating. A Walmart spokesperson thanked us for bringing it to their attention and said it is also investigating. There are still other ways in which kids can strangle in any corded window treatment. Learn more about what you can do to protect yourself. Go to our website at news5.tv, and in the 5i team section you'll see this report and a link to Parents for Window Blind Safety. You'll find more ways to protect yourself and how to get involved. For the 5i team, I'm Chris Hayes, News 5.